Come on in. It's tea time and me time.
All day I rush around, but I'm still on the
Yum.
ground.
Wow, that's good.
Around.
I have no lipstick on.
I'll soon be fluttering if I can find my wings.
Put a little blush. I cheat.
Find my wings. Impatiently, I want to fly today, but I hear a gentle voice inside me say,
I dropped my hairbrush.
that slow and
Get on in here.
steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady steps will win this race. It will take some
Come on in.
time, but
You
the
YouTubers are lagging
victory
behind.
will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly.
Okay, that's enough music. Come on in, everybody. We got something really good to talk about today. I know you don't believe me, but I have. I talked to my sister Patty this morning after I did my show, and we had some thoughts, and together we bounce off each other. It's kind of fun, by the way. And we're going to discuss some stuff. Yesterday we talked about rebellion. You know, that's part of our perfectionism. Another thing we discussed was our all or nothing thinking. And we're bad about this. We're also bad about catastrophizing, you know. We beat ourselves up. It's all these little things that happens to us, and it's all our perfectionism playing havoc with our lives. You know, we've talked about the crash and burn syndrome. There are people in the world, right now, gyms are closing down all over the world because people can't go to the gym and work out. People are putting gyms in their home, and they're getting, you know, Peloton trainers and mirrors and all kinds of stuff like that. And gyms used to use the term, January was their big month. Everybody wanted to get fit, get organized, get their lives back together, lose weight. So gyms were bustling with people. And then by February, where were the people? They were gone. Well, that's what happens. We go gung-ho to start a new habit, a new system, a new whatever, and we burn ourselves out. Yeah, you know who you are. You burn yourself out. You think if a little bit is good, then a whole lot. Now, this happened to my mama. She went to a doctor in Mexico for her arthritis, at which point they said, take 2 drops of this. 2 drops. And she said, oh my, if two drops, so if that can do it, then I'll do 10 drops. And you know, it caused her to have a heart attack. Her blood pressure shot up. She was only supposed to take 2 drops, but she took more than 2 drops. Now, we're teaching you to take baby steps. Yeah, that's the 2 drops. Take baby steps. And when you take baby steps, you can't take 1,000,000 baby steps at one time. We're going to take small, just the right size step. Get dressed and lace up shoes. Shine our sinks. Lay out our clothes for tomorrow. That's not too much. But when you go gung-ho like I did When I first started getting organized, I tried to do 50 things in one day. Didn't work. That's why Pam and Peggy's system had never worked for me for very long, because I would go crazy. And it's cray-cray when you do this to yourself. You're being mean. You're abusing yourself. I hear Leanne. I saw a message from Leanne. I didn't get to go check it out, but she went ballistic on her show today on the Saving Dinner page. So go check it out. She said, when we abuse ourselves, and that's what going gung-ho is all about. That's what crash and burn syndrome is all about. We do way too much that we can't do just one thing more. And then what do? We throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, I can't do this. Anytime you say I can't, you will fulfill what's going on in your head. So let's drink to taking baby steps and being consistent with our habits. Little habits. Little. We're going to build on them. Like, do a flight of stairs today. Don't do 15. Do 1. Do 1. Oh, that's some good tea. It feels good going down too. So let's be kind to ourselves. When I first started getting organized in 1999, when I realized what my problem was, that I had never established a habit, I also realized the second thing, that I was mean to me. That's abuse. I was mean to me. And when you're mean to yourself, you don't need anybody else to be mean to you, because you're your own worst enemy. But when we can change things around, change the way we think, and when we hear a negative thing come out of our heads, in our minds, out of our mouths, we need to turn it around. Turn it around to something positive and loving. Yeah, you do not have to beat yourself up anymore, because we can make a difference in our little lives, in our little homes. We can change things around. We can do it. And it just takes us being kind to ourselves in the process. I promise it will. And if I, get organized with such a broad resolution, but, I could shine my sink. That's all I had to do. And it was such a relief that was all I had to do. But because I just did that one thing, my dishwasher got emptied because I needed a dirty dish disposal unit. If you don't have a dishwasher, then clean out from under one side of your sink and put a dishpan down there. In fact, we've got, let me get it right here, if I don't fall out of my chair. We just got in a brand new shipment of our collapsible tubs. This could fit under your sink to hold dirty dishes. Yeah. And it expands. Look at this. It can be part of your pampering missions to take care of you. You can soak your feet in here. Our mop will fit in it too. Justin made sure of that, because some people want a mop bucket. See how it fits? I'm knocking everything off. I'm like a bull in a china shop. But so you see, I give you tools that motivate you to do some great things. Even mopping the floor can be a good thing. Clean floors are great for babies that are crawling. It's all about taking care of you, being kind to you in the process. So don't get all bent out of shape if you make a mistake. There's no wrong way. Anything you do today is better than yesterday. Now, Leanne suggested yesterday that we needed to say no to paper towels. And we had a FlyBaby that came up with a way to use alcohol and our pink wipes to use as sanitizing. And guess what? You throw them in the wash machine and you can use them all over again. She put them in Ziploc bags, and it made a great way when you couldn't find hand sanitizer or Clorox wipes. Wiping things down. Say a prayer for my friend Carolyn. I think she's got COVID. Now, she doesn't live around here. She lives in Memphis, so say a prayer for her and her daughter and her granddaughter. And just, they know what to do. We've sent them all the things they need. But you got to take baby steps. You got to take baby steps to take your supplements. You have, and what I realized, my perfectionism doesn't stop. It goes into my supplements. I think, if 1 or 2 do good, I'll do 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. So I have to limit my supplements to certain times of the day. I don't want to make myself sick. I'm fasting most of the day, so I don't like to take my supplements on an empty stomach. So I know my body. I know me. I live with me every day, as Michelle used to say. I know me. So I know I can go overboard, and when I get too many supplements that I can't take at one time, then it becomes a problem for me, and guess what I do? I don't take supplements for a week or 2. This is why consistency is my word of the year. Being consistent, knowing that I'm going to build up and take my supplements. Today, I took my Core 4. And I'm happy. I don't have to take the whole handful of stuff. Now, I have some more that I take at night that help me sleep, like magnesium, and my coconut oil helps coat my stomach. And I have these things that I take at night. But the main thing is I'm doing it in baby steps. I'm not going to crash and burn this time. I'm going to be consistent. And if I do miss a day, I'm going to jump back in as if it didn't happen. I'm going to jump right back in. It's best to get your nutrition in your food, but sometimes we need a little extra. And right now, with COVID around, we need the vitamin D3. We need a lot of it. And it's important to get it. And I posted something the other day on our Facebook page. Let me see if I can get it. I printed it out too. There goes my tea. But this was from a video that I posted on our Facebook page. What to do if you get COVID. And my flag's backwards. Let's see. Nope, that's not right. I don't know how to fix it. There we go. I thought I did it. There. And this was from a guy who did a short little video. It's amazing. And if you get excessive fatigue, 82% of the people have excessive fatigue, like you've never had before. 72% get headaches. Only 40% run a fever. I didn't know that. Some people lose their smell and have a persistent cough and a sore throat. So folks, I don't have this video link in front of me, and I didn't give it to Liz and Patty. But I did post it on Facebook the other day, and it's on my personal Facebook page too. But our Core 4 supplements and, a little zinc thrown in and some vitamin C, not even much vitamin C, only 500 milligrams of vitamin C. I usually take 5,000 a day. So Get rid of your stress. We put too much stress on ourselves to be perfect. We don't have to do this anymore. Get more sleep. If you get COVID, you need to sleep a lot. And above all, heat up your body. Wrap up in a blankie. Last night I took our bedspread. I was cold. I couldn't get warm. And I took our bedspread and folded it in half and laid it over my whole body on top of my regular cover. So I had a little silk comforter and a little quilt throw and then a king size bedspread over the top of me, folded in half. I was weighted down. Now I know what it feels like to have a weighted blanket on you. I've never had one of those. But I was warm and snuggly. I couldn't move. You got to take baby steps. I don't want you, coming on here in February and saying, FlyLady doesn't work for me. I tried it. It didn't work. You tried it and you let your perfectionism go hog wild. Don't do that to yourself. Do not do that ever again. When you feel yourself, I've done it. When I first started the FlyLady, first started Pam and Peggy's system, they suggested having little note cards for this, that, and the other thing, and put them in a 3x5 card file box. Guess what? And I'm gonna find this. I know it's down in the basement somewhere because Robert's got stuff in it with his tools and stuff. But I didn't have just a little 3x5 card file. I went hog wild and I had a card tray like you would have in a library. Those of you who've ever gone to a library and you have a card catalog. I'm dating myself. That's how we learn to search things out in the library. But mine was 18 inches long, and if it had one card, it had 500 cards, and then all these dividers. It had to be organized. Months, the days of the week, the days of the month, the months of the year. And then I had my address book in there, ABCs. It was cray-cray, I'm telling you. Cray-cray. No wonder I wouldn't do it. It was too much. But now you can do it with Post-it notes. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. So drink up, folks. Commit to being kind to yourself. You're your own worst abuser because you are parroting the words that have been said to you in the past. You're doing it. And you don't have to live this way any longer. You can do this. You have to take care of you. If you don't, who will? And if you take care of you and be kind to you in the process, your home is going to get in order. Your body's going to get in order. All these things are going to fall into place because they're all little pieces to the puzzle. Don't allow yourself to declutter everything in your home. Only keep the things. Now, we had a FlyBaby like that one time. She got down to only a bed and a nightstand in her bedroom. And she didn't know how to decorate. Well, once you have a clean palette, you can get some things done. You really can. So let go of your perfectionism. Don't go hog wild. Be kind to you. And before you know it, you're going to start seeing some major changes in your home with just a few simple habits. Getting dressed to lace up shoes, shining your sink, making your bed, doing a load of laundry every day, emptying your dishwasher, and knowing what's for dinner and cooking it. And there you have it. It's great. Well, I got a fire going in the front room. I better get back in there. I've got the door open so I can hear it. And Robert's been coming in and out. So here's to a brand new year, letting go of the abuse that we pile on our own heads. Let's do this. And go listen to Leanne's show. A bunch of our sales are going away. I hadn't picked a date yet, but if you don't have your calendar, get it. Use coupon code FUN2021 get the little calendar. I'm using the little calendar to keep up with my measurements and my weight and my eating. I'm keeping a food chart. I'm being kind to me. Being kind to me. I have fasted today. At 2 o'clock, I had a cup of bone broth. It was wonderful, by the way. Because when you fast, you begin to start to taste your food more. Yeah. Yesterday, I drank a little bit too much water, and I had some muscle fatigue in my thigh. So I cut back on the water a little bit today. Didn't want to deplete my electrolytes, but I know my body. When I have a pain like that, I recognize what it is for how it happened. I also changed shoes yesterday. That might have helped. So I put back on my fit flops. Well, y'all have a good rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. And guess what tomorrow is? It's anti-procrastination day. And we're going to get some things done in the kitchen that you've been putting off. Anyway, I'll see you then. Be there or be square, as they used to say. Love you all. Bye.